Welcome in. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we are doing a challenge here on my survival world where the goal is to build as much as possible in just 7 days. There will be a few extra rules, but I'm going to sleep through the night here and get the timer started. All right, sun is rising, and that means the timer has started on our challenge. The 7-day build challenge starts on day 391, and that means it'll be over on sunrise on day 398. That's rule number 1, actually. 7 days and 7 days only to build. A little context on where we're going to be building and what we're trying to do. I want to continue this wall all the way over here, kind of create a separated zone for this block of buildings. Kind of make this the sort of vanilla side of the village. I think that'll be really cool. Right here, we're going to build a flower garden for the first build of the day. We're going to start off, get out of my face, by clearing all of these trees that are over here. They're kind of blocking the sight lines and make it hard to know exactly what we're working with. And I'm excited for this challenge because I've never really built in this style before under a time limit. And with the time limit, you kind of think about things a little bit differently. You know, normally I spend a lot of time planning out my build and coming up with an idea and trying out different options. And this time around, I'm just going to take good ideas and try to implement them quickly. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to try something new. And I hope that I can surprise myself with whatever comes out of this exercise. Let's save these ferns. Save the mushrooms too. Save the mushrooms, like somebody's attacking the mushroom. Now we also need to, I want to flatten this down a good bit. Gather up this extra material, waste not, want not, you know, and we're already full on our inventory. Let me actually drop down. I have a chest here. Yeah, we'll have 2 chests over here and a stone cutter for good measure. That guy just fell off of here. Be careful, dude. All right, yeah, we don't need extra spruce stuff. Did it again. Is he scared? What is happening? He keeps doing it. Oh, man. Villagers are weird. So like I was saying, this is kind of our mostly vanilla village zone. And I want this garden to kind of protrude out this way. We'll do a whole set of builds over here at some point, but I want the garden to protrude out this way. I think it'd be cool. I'm gonna go for kind of a circular shape, like, let's do 5 here. Maybe like to here. This could be kind of like the entrance comes up this way, and I want the center point to be centered on this, so running this line all the way back to here. Let's imagine this is where the entrance hits. I'm just gonna put 1 block here to represent the entrance. I think that's a good shape, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we have a little bit of a shape. I think I'm gonna keep this house here on this hill. Probably clean up a few of these. This feels a little busy. Like, I think this house kind of on a hill is a cool, natural generation that we'll keep. We'll also keep this house. Oh boy. Really raining? It's really gonna rain? Over on this side, you know, we kind of build this up maybe. For now, I'm gonna go too tall on it. We'll come back and make it a nicer, you know, mix in some slabs and stuff later on. For now, we'll just make it so anybody on the outside is not coming in. And let's drop in our grass. Okay, I think this is pretty nice shape for our flower garden. So I'm just gonna leave a note here that says flower garden. And we'll come back and build that a little bit later in the episode. As the sun sets here on day 1, I want to mention rule number 2, which is that we're not going to sleep through the night, but if, and I'm going to turn on my light level overlay here, if we die during the night, we lose time from the challenge. So as the sun sets here, I'm going to actually take a run around and try to make sure we don't have any low light levels that will eat into our building time, which would be really unfortunate. Here's a little trick I like to do. This glow lichen is actually way nicer for lighting, particularly in areas that you don't want to just have torches everywhere. It's not nearly as large. It just emits a little bit of light to keep things safe and spawn proof. So yeah, anytime I need, and hello torch, anytime I need a little bit of subtle light, I really like to use the glow lichen. We look pretty good back here. Do we do the back? Yeah, we got this. Oh boy. Hello, villagers. Just want to get out of there. Probably. Come on. Man, we have villagers just stuck in every random nook and cranny. While it's nighttime and a little dangerous on the ground, I think now's a good opportunity for us to take down this house. Can't believe an entire day is already gone. Hello, Golem. Little free mossy cobblestone coming out of this teardown too. I love that. Y'all do not understand how long I have wanted to tear down this house. This house has been in my way for so many, like that build over there, that build up there, this house was just in my way the entire time. It feels amazing to get rid of that. Wow, good riddance. Might as well get rid of these trees too while we're working up off the ground. All right, all gone. This house I'm very undecided on. Oh, I got some hanging signs. I'm undecided on this house. I like this natural road that generated here. So I'm not sure if we'll take it down. This tree definitely has to come down. Ooh, I see some light in the sky starting to come through. Yeah, there we have it. The start of day 2. Okay, I like the start here. I think this is going to turn into a great garden. Let's continue getting the walls in and then see where that puts us. Aha, clear skies. Doesn't that look beautiful? Okay. Is that how the entrance to the house is going to look? I don't know. I think that's totally fine to keep this house vanilla. Of course, there would not be ferns in the path. And we'll make some path blocks like this. For now, this is the way up here. Is there anything in here? Oh, there's a bed. 2 beds. And a crafting table. I wonder if villagers actually sleep in here. I'm not sure. I kind of like having little parkour paths around the build. We might do some actual parkour path, like stuff you have to jump across, but for now that's an easy way up and down. And then our walls kind of follow us all the way along here. I like this because then the natural village, the natural generation kind of carries us forward this way, and we'll manicure this up and make it more interesting. And then that part over there, we'll do some other type of build. So I do like the way that the walls are right now. We missed this sapling. That means it is time to think about paths. Oh, and I do want to take this well down and build a new well. But first, let's level out the ground a bit. And we'll see. I do need a stairwell up to these sort of more monument manicured areas. Let's put a signpost like, for now, this is the stairwell. So we're just gonna say, upgrade the stairs. And for now, I'll leave this raised bit over here just because I'm not sure where I want those stairs to go. They might go over here, in which case we'll need to keep the elevation. All right, as night falls, I want to do more elevated work again up off the ground. So we're gonna work on taking out this whole chunk of trees here. And hey, if you're enjoying this more free-form, less of a plan video style, please do let me know down in the comments, and consider leaving a like. It's free and it helps out a ton. That's too many villagers in there. That's not on purpose. Man, I do let me get up a little safer spot. I really shouldn't waste time during this challenge, but man, this game looks nice, especially with some shaders. That sky effect, it's so cool. Now the question is, do we want to take this house down or not? Let's think through a little planning here from the vanilla side. We have a path coming up this way from the docks. We're also going to have a path going up this way. I haven't decided what's going over there yet, but a path will probably wind along the outer edge like this way. We've got the path coming this way as well, which I imagine will The house is right in the way, right? Like if there's a well over here, we really want the path to wind to here as a center point and then probably go up onto some buildings. I think this house is coming down. It's also a good, nice, safe nighttime activity. I didn't know they'd be in there. So, why are their eyes open while they're sleeping? Oh boy, all right, we'll have to find some new beds for them. That's funny. Don't worry, fellas, we will replace this house eventually. I think we can let them sleep through the night at least. We'll clean those beds up in the morning. So let's put a sign here. This is gonna say like vanilla style well and town center. This area we need to like blend path and elevation. Here we go, sun is coming up on day 3. And this is a perfect opportunity to drop some signs with all the ideas we talked about, the brainstorming we did overnight. No thank you, creeper. See if I can get this sign down without getting blown up. Like a village, gate, and walls. Now I do kind of want some gunpowder, so... We didn't even get gunpowder. Okay, so if this is gonna connect up to a path, we'll need to get rid of those trees at some point. To finish up our planning exercises from the night, I'm gonna gather up all of this stuff and then we're going to mark out some of those paths that I was brainstorming. All right, we'll let those leaves clear up. In the meantime, yes, we have our path coming up this way and it'll run all the way out of the village this way. That's the one chicken I unleashed in the village an episode or 2 ago. I still kind of regret it. Now he's got these eggs all over the place. And then we'll have a path that splits off this way over to the garden that we talked about building. Now that implies to me that this part probably does become a little bit more walled. Don't need the walls to go too far, maybe just to here. It's not that it's impossible to get up here, just to give it a little bit of structure. You'll notice today we're not doing any texturing. With the time limit challenge, I'm trying to just get shapes in place that we can then work off of and add texture and detail later. I do want to make sure we get at least one really solid build. So for day 3, I want to focus us in on the flower garden. Let me gather up some materials for that. Oh, some berries. Some sweet berries could be really nice because they naturally spawn in these spruce villages. I also got from a wandering trader a single acacia sapling. I would very much like to use acacia wood. I love the acacia wood. The orange wood is so cool. But over here, let's get our garden going. I want to run flowers along like a diagonal here. I don't want it to be too crowded or busy, so I'm going to try not to place them actually next to each other. More like off on diagonal from each other, something like that. If we did a similar pattern with these pink ones, 3, and we just alternate it up, like it's a little denser over there, that's okay. Then we can work in some sweet berries. Those will take a minute to grow. A few more of these back in this corner. Pop like a little one in the middle. Oh boy, night's starting to come. And then I think we can kind of build out. I don't want too much, just a little bit of like structure here to imply that these are some like flower beds. You know what I mean? These are like there's an entrance here. Someone's coming in to groom these flower beds and keep them looking nice, but it's a little bit, visitors are not really supposed to be going in there. Like, I'd love to get a bench or 2 in here, which is what I really wanted the azalea for. Not azalea, the acacia for. Let's put a bench like this. Could be like a 2-seater bench. I want to do one at the front like this, but the bushes are in the way. 2 little benches. Do we need a 3rd bench? Does it feel weird? I don't think so. We'll have like this is like a little entrance up into the garden. That's pretty nice. And then we'll want like a nice gate here, or an archway, like an awning. We're gonna need some fences. Let's start it off with some spruce. It's not quite as tall. Yeah, we definitely need a little more structure on this. Oh yeah, I think that's really nice. And an additional touch we can do here is put some signs around to look like they're kind of even more structural and more structure. Even though it's still nighttime, let's take a little bit of a zoomed out look. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like that. Okay, we need a little bit of pathing coming through. You know, this is where villagers come to hang out, relax. All right, little coarse dirt goes a tremendously long way. Just a little, it's a little darker than the pure path blocks, you know, and I think that helps it look like it's used. The area is used and worn, and people are coming through here, but it's not so worn down that it's a pure path block. But this is a park, so we do still have a good amount of grass on the inside as well. And a final touch, speaking of grass, we'll actually come in with some pure vanilla grass. Nothing too fancy. Put a little bit around some of the less trampled parts. And lighting. We definitely need to do lighting. That's a really simple, nice design. Ooh, some stone buttons could go a really long way. Okay, let's do a little tour. This place is looking really, really nice. I love how as we walk up, you know, off on the left, we've got our tower. On the right, just as we come around the corner on the right, keep your eye on the top right corner. You can just see the villager breeder up there as it comes out from around the house. Now we see it in our peripheral, and in front of us, of course, the gate focuses us in on this great flower area. We've got a couple benches. Take a seat, look out at the water. This one, I can take a seat, look out at the area we have not yet done any work on. That's really, really nice. And if we take a daytime view, yeah, really, really nice looking. All right, we've finished up the garden, and the sun is setting here on the midpoint of our challenge. And with that, I actually want to switch things up a little bit. We're going to leave our garden behind and head down to our docks, where there's a lot of work left to do. I have an entire area, including my little tree farm and this whole zone over here that's virtually untouched. By the way, you'll notice I have my full HUD and also my body is over here. I updated to 1.21.6. For whatever reason, the flycam has this weird effect. Anyway, we have this whole area up here that's completely unfinished. So my plan is to continue this nice wall all the way over this way, and then I think we can build like a nice little fishing pier or something over there. So as the night hello, new cat of the village. So as the night gets started, I'm gonna grab up a bunch of stone resources and we're going to get busy. All right, we've got the nice night sky again, and we're gonna put up a little barrier here. In particular, there will be drowns spawning in this water, so we definitely want to get this built up. There's one of the drowns already. Looks like we're doing a little nighttime combat here. Oh boy. Are these shells good for anything? I don't really know. Those do. Oh, that guy's got a trident. That's very dangerous. Did he drop a trident? No. Well, he certainly threw plenty of them at me. All right, while it's a little hot over here, maybe we work on just taking down our tree farm instead of messing around with all these zombies. Oh, and look at the nice leaf particle effects. That's part of the new update. Maybe it was an update ago. I honestly don't know. I was a couple versions behind. I think I was on 1.21.4. No trident, no problem. Oh, he dropped copper. That's kind of cool. I don't know what this shell is any good for, but we'll keep it safe there for now. Phantoms. Oh boy. Okay. No, thank you. We're mostly not sleeping on this challenge, but with phantoms around, I think we can just do it. Yes, burn phantoms. All right, morning on day 395. That means we have today, tomorrow, and the day after to finish this challenge up. All right, now that it's nice and safely daytime, I think this area over here could be a really cool fishing dock. Well, first of all, let's just fill this in. We are going to have to replace this entire way to make it a boardwalk, but for now, let's get a dock over here. For now, I'm just getting the shape in. I really like the waterlogged stair for just like a little bit of a puddle peeking up. I think that's kind of cool. All right, let's zoom out and see how it looks. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. It needs, you know, for it to be like a fishing dock, it needs something like a bench. Yeah, I think that's pretty nice. Stick like a chest out here as like a, you know, tackle box. You can imagine the fisherman casting out a line right out here. And if I want to put a fishing rod in here, I can do that too. All right, next up, we got to improve this dock. We'll use all the same materials we've been using, which are spruce planks, path blocks, coarse dirt. And back here, we've even been using packed mud. That's pretty nice. I mean, we got this green over here, but we're gonna figure out this piece probably next. We do need some more lanterns. Do I have lanterns? No. That looks mostly good. Maybe we toss one more lantern here. Oh, that's another. Oh boy. All right. We have another shot to get a trident. We gotta lure him in. I'm juking. He did not give us a lantern. Not lantern, trident. Look at those. Oh boy, all right, that's fine. All right, this next section, I want to work on cleaning up this part of the docks here where we've got just all this grass. I want to make kind of like a loading bay. I think we can start about here. We go 1, 2, 3, and kind of run along like this. Another cat. Oh, there goes the sun. All right, let's zoom out a little. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good shape here. So we're gonna fill in a little bit of back walling. I'm actually thinking cobblestone for this as opposed to stone brick. Where's my cobblestone? Look at this guy. You are not staying there, buddy. And I'm actually gonna do cobble on the inside layer. Not on this layer, but on the next layer in. All right, I'm really happy with progress on this wall. I have another different build down here on the docks that I really want to tackle, and it's right here. This I intended to be like a little villager shop attached to our storage. Villagers would kind of stand in here and look out like this. If we're on this side, we'd be able to trade with them. So let's work on getting that in. And the first step will be to push this wall back a couple of layers, not too far. And in particular, I want these to be blacksmiths or smithing, whoever it is that uses the smithing table, because then we'll be able to get trades for various pieces of diamond armor. And I think we can just close that. See if we can get some villagers in there once the daylight comes. Speaking of the villagers, there is a very important activity we need to do. We have a major villager problem over here. This has shown up in multiple episodes. The pit. Today, we're not fixing the pit, but we will at least stop it from getting any worse. And we are using glass so that we don't forget about it. There's a very special build coming for all of these villagers and golems. but at a minimum, it will not get any worse after today. What is that guy stuck doing? Stay in there, Franklin. All right, there we go. We've unleashed a couple villagers. Hopefully some of them will come down here once the sun rises, and then we can call this area complete as well. Well, it's nighttime out and a little bit dangerous. We're gonna go back to clearing out some of this forest that is taking up our space. What is he stuck on? There we go. Okay, turns out villagers do sleep in here. All right, here comes the sun, day 397. I want to make sure we get 2 villagers in here. Yes, in you go. Come on. Yeah, right on in. There we go, villager number 1. Shoot. Yeah, there we go. All right, one of them's in. Might need to let a few more out of this little gate. As long as old Franklin doesn't get out, it's fine. Okay, that's good enough. Oh, there's another one in here. Perfect. 2 toolsmiths in the shop. That's what we wanted to see. Absolutely perfect. All right, excellent. We will trade with these guys and be able to get diamond armor, diamond tools for cheap from these 2 fellas. That's very exciting. Absolutely perfect. All right, with the sun at the midpoint of the sky, I want to spend the last couple minutes we have here on the last day reviewing all the cool builds that we did today. First one up, and definitely the thumbnail for the video, is the flower garden here. I mean, I think this is just wonderful. It looks good from a distance, and it feels great here walking around. Next up, we did a ton of progress on these paths, clearing out tons of trees and buildings and giving us some shapes to work with in the future. We've got a whole bunch of new walls over here. Oh, I need to take down this dirt. Oh, the sun's setting. Over here are the new walls, a little parkour zone. That is going to be fun in a future episode. We covered up the villager pit, though I'm realizing I don't think they have any light down there. Let's put at least 1 torch. We started to set up our loading and unloading bay here with these great walls. The above it's just grass. We'll come back to that in a future episode. We have this nice little fishing dock here in the shadows of our iron farm. I can't wait to come out here and do a little fishing someday. We extended the dock all the way along here. I think that turned out really nicely. And we built a little shopping center here where we can trade with our villagers. I'm glad this guy's in the corner. I thought he might have escaped. But that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please do like the video. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.